Hi guys, and welcome to this battle between myself, Quadros, and Scis as part of the Explosion Pokemon League. He leads with a Gardevoir who tricks a Choice Scarf onto my Sandslash, crippling him, and then I Stealth Rock and bring in my useless Spiritomb Requiem, who promptly gets Hypnosis. I then bring in my Noctowl while Gardevoir wishes and switches in an Ambipom. I go ahead and substitute while the Ambipom receives the wish, and then he fakes out, breaking my sub, but I am able to get off a Hypnosis which sleeps his Ambipom, which is pretty good for me. He then switches out his Ambipom to a Sandslash, allowing me, and I switch out to my Mismagius, which unfortunately he predicted really well, and so when I substitute he just breaks it, and obviously there's no go in there, so I switch out to my Quagsire Swampert. He manages to rock up and then brings out Shuckle, which is just a ridiculously brutal Pokemon, and I didn't guess that at all, so I went for an Encore, which just didn't work out. I bring in my Spiritomb because I know for a fact that I can easily just stall off the sleep, and he can't really do anything about it with his Shuckle. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stall off the sleep. I sub up, and he encores my sub, which was a smart move. Once again, his prediction is out of this world in this battle, and mine is kind of not. I bring in my Mismagius and manage to plot, but then he encores this Shuckle's unbelievable. He's really good with this Shuckle. I managed to get Slice Toxic-ized, which isn't great news for me, and he's got his Mismagius out. And I rapid spin, and of course I'm locked on the scarf, so I have to switch, and he uses that opportunity to bring out his sub, and then he can plot up behind the sub, and this isn't great news for me at all. I managed to break the sub, but I have to take a Thunderbolt to do so, which I'm not really a fan of doing, but I thought I'd stay in anyway, just to do some more damage to him basically. I managed to live the Thunderbolt, which is really good news as well. Yeah, I bring in Quagsire, who can pretty much take anything. He Shadow Balls, but I am able to, and gets the special defense drop, but I am able to Encore him, which is really good news because it's stuck Mismagius on, and he's forced to switch into his Ambipom. I'm able to recover. I kind of predicted the switch coming, which is one good piece of prediction I did, and then I switch out to my Sandslash to take the U-turn, and he brings in his own Sandslash, my Rock Slide, which does absolutely nothing, and I have to switch out again. And I bring in my continuing to be useless Requiem. This is really lucky actually. He Stone Edges and almost takes me out, takes me down to 11, and then I'm able to Pain Split, which does a fair bit of damage to his Sandslash. He Quakes me. Now I Calm Mind, which was probably a mistake, but there you go. Yeah, and then he Quakes me again. Now I am once again unable to do anything of note with this Spiritomb before it gets taken out. I really should have gone with Rest, Sleep, Talk instead of Pain Split Substitute, but there you go. He manages to spin away my rocks, and I can't even take him out with an Earthquake because, well, offense isn't Swampert's forte. He goes for another Earthquake. I miss with Toxic, which is just terrible news. He's just going to keep Earthquaking me, and I do manage to get my Toxic off, which is pretty good news. And I'm, of course, even though I'm on fairly low health, I'm absolutely certain that Swampert can survive, which she just about does, and then I can recover up. And then it's basically just a stall game to get Sandslash taken out while recovering off the fairly negligible damage that Earthquake's doing to me. Here we are, down he goes. And in comes Ambipom, who fakes out, but I can easily take it. And then low kicks, which I can also easily take, and I managed to toxic, and that's pretty much the end of Ambipom as a threat. He U-turns, I'm fine with that. He brings in Gardevoir. I take the opportunity to recover, and Gardevoir's Hypnosis misses. I use Earthquake on the grounds that I know that Gardevoir has got really low defense, and I managed to crit, but unfortunately I've been slept, and that's really bad news for my Swampert, to be honest. He's able to Wish, and then Psychics down Slice. I was hoping Slice was faster than Gardevoir, but apparently not so much. Bring back in Swampert. He manages to Wish, and I'm just going to try and work off the sleep. He's able to heal his Ambipom, but knowing at the end of the day it's still toxic, so I'm not too bothered. Swampert's woken up by the fake out, which is really good news. And then he U-turns again, back out to Shuckle this time. And I use Earthquake. I really should have used Toxic. And yeah, I have to switch out. I switch in my Blaziken to take the Toxic. And this is really important later because I kind of forgot that I had that I'd got a poisoned Blaziken. I lose my Life Orb, which isn't great news at all, because I can't. That means I can't take out the Shuckle, and of course he's gonna rest. Even though I get the burn, it's no big deal at all at the end of the day. I go down. I kind of have to switch out while Shuckle's asleep. I'm able to plot up, and I start trying to Thunderbolt him. Unfortunately, I lost my Life Orb earlier, I believe. There we are, I get Toxicked, but I do finally manage to take down this Shuckle to a point where he's just not going to be a problem anymore, hopefully. And I Thunderbolt Gardevoir as it switches in, and I'm okay with being stuck on Thunderbolt because at the end of the day, Merlin's going to die anyway, and he's in a position where he can do a lot of damage here. Finally lose him to the Ambipom's pursuit, but that Ambipom's going down pretty soon anyway, so I'm not too bothered. He uses low kick, and I'm just able to take him out with an Earthquake. And then he brings in Shuckle again, and I can outspeed and use Earthquake, and down goes Shuckle. So that's Swampert kind of dragging the game back in, and in comes Mismagius, and here's where I make my mistake, because I'm able to Encore him, and that's fantastic news for me. But stupidly I switch in Pyre, not remembering that he's poisoned, and I lose him, and that's it. That's Swampert only has Earthquake, can't do any damage to the Levitating Mismagius, so I just have to recover up and wait for him to kill me. Scis, you played fantastically, as ever. You've really been the surprise package of this tournament, and I'm sure you probably would have beaten me anyway. I'm fairly sure that by the time Pyre was ready, you would have had 25% left to... Yeah, I mean, even if I bought in my Noctowl first, just to take the damage, all that faffing around would have given you enough leftovers recovery to get another substitute up after Pyre had killed itself off, so there wasn't really a way I could win, but it just kind of annoyed me that I made such a stupid mistake at such a critical time. But yeah, you played really well, and you definitely deserve to win. Thanks for watching, guys, and catch me next time for my battle against Dodger. Cheers.